Irrigation system or lawn sprinkler system for residential homes. Question: learning what the particular terminals mean and what they're for, etc. Okay, we have our zones over here. We have our common wire. We have our zones over here. For instance, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay, over here we had the P terminal. The P terminals for the master valve or the pump. I'm not sure if that's what P means, but it may mean pump. I'm not certain. Over here we have the 24 volt AC. The 24 volt AC is coming on the primary side. We have 120, 110 or something, 115, and it bumps it down. There's a transformer in behind it. I'm assuming a step down transformer that reduces the voltage from 110 to 120 to 24 volts. Now we have a REM. That may mean, I'm not sure if that means remote or what it means, but I think this particular terminal here is for a module. So, and in this particular situation, I don't have the module, so I'm assuming the module would go somewhere in here or in here, and then it would connect onto this particular wire here, and then perhaps there may be some type of app or something that one could download off of the website for this particular manufacturer. And now that I'm not certain of, but this way one would be able to engage the system, or no, let me rephrase that. It may have a remote control. It's probably got, let me correct myself. It may have a remote control. So the remote control may pair up to the unit here, so you could run your sprinkler system from a distance. And there may be, I'm not certain how far you could go or the distance, etc. Now, I have installed one for one manufacturer, and theirs was like a card. It looked like a card, and it was about the size of about half the size of a matchbook size, and you just slid it in. But this particular one here, it's got remote, so it would connect here, and then when it connects here, I'm not sure if this was to power it up, then somewhere in here or somewhere, there would be, the remote would be ensconced in here, and you would do that as either the technician or the customer. And then if you had a remote control, I'm assuming that it would pair up to here. So if you were perhaps on a farm, or if you were X amount of feet away, so one would need to check how far of a distance. Now, the one with the card that I put in off of a different manufacturer, I did note that when I went to the back of the lawn around the house, it worked for so many feet, but it really did not work for a long distance. And this was about a 7,000 to 8,000 square foot yard, so it wasn't a huge yard. It was a nice size yard. However, I was in the back, and then at some point it may have faded. I'm not certain, but this manufacturer here may have done this a little bit differently with the remote. So if you see the REM here, it's got a terminal, so apparently there's a wire that goes in this terminal. I'm thinking REM may stand for remote, and then there would be a module, and then there may be a little thing sort of like it that you would use for your ceiling fan or something if you had a remote, and then you would energize that, and once you energize the remote, then the sprinkler system, you could run however many zones you wanted. So so REM, I'm thinking remote for the, and I may be wrong. Any irrigation guys, feel free to add that to the comments and correct me if I'm wrong. We all learn from each other. Again, knowledge is built upon knowledge. So and sharing knowledge with each other. So anyway, this is for a separate module. This most of the time may not be used unless you bought the module. You may have to buy the module separately from the control box. So this is a remote terminal and with a module, and the module's not here because it was not bought here, but it could be added. It could be retrofitted as well. So remote for the irrigation control box to remotely turn the system on and off. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.